Because water is something that we use every day, sometimes it isn't always easy to think about how much work goes into getting clean water out of your tap. So we have to be concerned about water yield. We have to think about how much water we have left, how much we're using to water our crops, or even cool down our power plants. Everything uses water. So depending on where you are in the world, the concerns you have around water resources can be different, but having a general idea of how we manage water resources is really important. And I think it ties nicely to the College of Natural Resources, this kind of management dimension to water.
Water resources is an interdisciplinary major. It's a science-based program that integrates sort of the policy, management, and economic pieces, all related to water resources. It's complex, so you have flexibility. You're really able to customize your degree program really well here.
You'll get a lot of hands-on experience, and I really enjoy working outside, and that's one thing you get to do with this major is get your feet wet, literally. Also in classroom settings, it's fun what you're learning about, whether it's from water quality to hydrology to aquatics. You start out not knowing about those things, but then by the end of the semester you kind of become mini experts in them. And the professors really make this major because they just enjoy teaching so much that kind of joy overflows into you, and so you enjoy going to class.
In some parts of the country, especially out west, water yield and water use is a really important dimension of water resources. Here we might be more worried about water quality, so making sure that there's not a lot of contaminants in our water, that we're not exporting a bunch of nutrients downstream. And then Blacksburg is also a really cool location because we are an urban environment to some degree, so we're thinking about things like green infrastructure and best management practices. And we're also thinking about mining runoff and groundwater use. We're close to the Chesapeake Bay watershed, where a lot of nutrients and agricultural contaminants are a big concern. And so we have this really neat intersection of concerns and sort of policy goals to get into.
Students graduating with this major really have the opportunity to jump directly into a career in both state and federal agencies. Many NGOs, a number of students do international work. And then environmental consulting is another area. Our students find employment, they get into graduate school, and they're doing work they're really excited about.
You have the broad major overall, and then if you really enjoy one of those specific classes, you can start specializing, and maybe that's the career path you go. However, though, you still have the broad major, and you can still use all of those skills that you learned. It gives me a sense of stability that I'm gonna be okay in the future because I'm gonna have a lot of job opportunities.